Hello and welcome to today's art class. Feel free to pause this video along the way to keep up with all of the steps. Welcome! Today we are going to be making an echidna. For this art project you will need an echidna template, a blank piece of paper for your background. You will also need some paints, scissors, glue and something to add spikes. You could use some coloured paper, or maybe you might even have some shiny paper. To start with, we're going to be painting our echidna template. I'm going to be painting with warm colours. Remember, the warm colours are orange, yellow and red. When you're painting, have a go at blending colours, creating patterns, different techniques for each section of your echidna template. This means when you put all the pieces together, it will look so colourful and amazing. You might want to do stripes or polka dots or zigzags. You can design your echidna's body in any way that you want to. For the background, we are going to use some acrylic paints, some water to clean our paintbrushes, and we will need a few different types of paintbrushes. I'm going to use a flat smooth brush, and I'm also going to need some old scruffy brushes. This is going to be excellent for when we do the dabbing technique on our background. You will also need to make sure that you put a placemat or a scrap piece of paper underneath your background page. This is so that you can paint all the way to the edge of your page. To start with, I'm going to use my smooth flat brush and I'm going to use some blue paint and paint the sky of my artwork. I'm going to use long and smooth brush strokes across my page. You can add some white paint in with the blue paint to create a light blue sky colour. I'm going to paint the blue paint about 2/3 of the way down the page. I don't want to go all the way to the bottom because I need to leave a little bit of room for the grass. Remember though, the grass is painted as a second layer, so the grass can actually go on top of the blue a little bit. It's now time for us to paint the grass. I am going to use one of my scruffy brushes and I'm going to be using some green paint. Flick your brush in an upward direction, starting from the bottom of your page and extending upwards. You can see that because my brush is very scruffy, I get the texture of grass at the top of each brush stroke. I'm mixing a little bit of white into my paint as I mix it, and this is creating different colours of grass to make it look like it's not all just one colour. All you need to do is dab your scruffy brush into the white paint and then do a dabbing technique across your page. This is going to help give the texture of clouds. You can see that they look fluffy when I do the dabbing technique. I am going to create 3 clouds across my sky. You can choose how many clouds you do in your sky. Fantastic! You have now finished your background. It's now time to clean my brushes and put my painting aside to dry. It's now time to put our whole artwork together. You will need your echidna template and your background. You will also need something to create spikes on your echidna's body. I have this amazing sparkly silver and gold paper. This is sticky paper that I'm going to use. However, if you just use coloured paper, you can just glue it down with a glue stick. You can now start to cut out your echidna shapes. Cut out on the inside of the black line. That means that we will not have any of the black lines on our final pieces. This will help to make our artworks look very professional. When you're cutting, take your time. You do not need to rush your cutting, and when you take time, you can create much better lines across your artwork. Once you have cut everything out, it is now time to arrange it in the shape of an echidna. We start with the body, and then we can add the head, and then the nose, the tail, and the feet. The biggest foot goes at the front, and then we have the smaller feet at the back. Once you are happy with how your echidna looks, you can then start to glue down all of the pieces. Excellent work! Your echidna is looking so fantastic. Now we need to add some spikes to our echidna's body. You will need to cut out lots of triangle shapes to create your spikes. Once you have cut out each triangle, you can glue or stick it down onto your echidna's body. Now it is time to glue down the echidna's eye. I am going to be using a googly eye. Googly eyes have plastic on the back of them, so to glue them down securely, I am going to use some strong PVA glue. You only need a tiny dab of glue on the back, and then you can press it down onto your echidna's head. Fantastic work! It is now time for you to go and create your own echidna. Thanks for watching, see you next time.